guys, what's up? And it's time to update my 5-star predictions. So a while back, whenever I first started my channel, probably about almost a year ago, I did a 5-star predictions. Were they good? No. I am obviously not great at choosing 5-star predictions. First, I'm going to tell you guys what I starred the books that I assumed were going to be 5 stars for me last year, and then I'm going to give you an updated 5-star prediction. This list, I think, has it down. I think this list is good. So, let's get on to the books that I thought were going to be 5 stars. We're going to start off really, really good because there's only one book that got 5 stars out of this whole list, and it is The Grace Year by Kim Liggett. This book was fantastic. I knew I was going to love it because it's like Lord of the Flies / The Handmaid's Tale, even though I still haven't read The Handmaid's Tale, but it was a good one. But I know I wrapped this book up at some point, so I will leave that in the cards above to let you know exactly what my thoughts were. But this was a 5-star read. The next one that I thought would be a 5-star is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagara. Listen, I ended up DNFing this book. Me and my friend were about 100 pages in. We just reached part 2, and there was nothing. It was so boring, and I know people are like, you have to get more into it, but if I have to read 400 out of the 700 pages to get anything or any emotion out of myself, I really don't want to read it. So I decided to DNF it because I just wasn't feeling it. It was taking way too long to explain anything. Like, I was very confused. All the people seemed the same to me. So I DNF'd it. The next book is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And oh boy. I really thought I was going to enjoy this book, but it is so confusing. And again, I was not going to sit through a 400-page book and have to wait till like page 200 to get anywhere with it. And I was confused. I just wasn't feeling it. It seemed very prestigious, and it was exactly like an Agatha Christie novel that can be summed up in 200 pages, not 400. So I just felt like it really wasn't worth my time, so I DNF'd that one. The next book that I also DNF'd, but assumed was going to be a 5-star, was A Perfect Heritage by Penny Vicenzi. This book is fucking ginormous. This book is literally so long, and it feels long. So I had a plan. I was going to divvy up this book into 60 parts and have it done by the end of the year because I really wanted to finish it. But as I got further into it, I just was so bored. It took so long to do anything, and I assumed that nothing would happen until halfway through the book. So I DNF'd it. All of these books seem to have the same theme, and I'm glad that my first 5-star prediction was like this, so that I could figure out what exactly does my brain need. Don't put these big ass books on here because I know that I'm really not going to enjoy them, because if they're not good from the beginning, I have to sit through like 700 pages. Absolutely not. That's not me. I read contemporary. So the highest page count I go is about 400 something, and if it's not good, I'll DNF it. So the last book that was on that, well, okay, hold on. This is the second to last book. One of the books I did not end up reading because I could not get my hands on it. So I just said, whatever. I had 6 in there anyway. I want to put 5 because 5-star predictions sounds better. Anyway, so the last book that I read from that 5-star prediction was People Kill People by Ellen Hopkins. Again, this was not a 5-star, but I did give it 4 stars. I highly recommend this book. This is gold. Ellen Hopkins pretty much can do no wrong in my eyes. That's incorrect. Compared to Tricks, let's compare this to Tricks, and there is no wrong, because Tricks is her best book to date, but this one is a very close second. I don't even know where to start with this book. I don't know if I ever reviewed this in any of my wrap-ups. I think I did, but I'm not sure. But I just need everyone to read this book. It really doesn't take that long to read because of how it's set up. But I did cry. I did cry. The only reason this didn't get 5 stars is because I just didn't feel like it was a 5-star book. I think it's very, very educational and very well done, about guns, gun laws. I need everyone to read this immediately, especially in our current political climate. I think it's very relevant. So now on to that 6th book that I had. I had Not That Bad by Roxane Gay, which I really still want to read, and I still think will be a 5-star prediction, but I just can't get my hands on it. So now let's get on to the new 5-star predictions. I have 5 of these because I wanted to cut it down to 5. 6 was a weird number, I don't know. Listen, I'm excited for all of these books, and that's really why some of these I really wasn't that excited for that I put on the previous one, so I'm really confused on why I put them in general. But here we go. Okay, so the first book that I have on here is Still Lives by Maria Hummel. I think it's Maria, or Mariah. But this book has needed to be read for the past like 3 years. I picked it up from my library like 3 years ago, read half of it, then returned it. And so it's not that long, and I really want to read it before the end of the year, so hopefully I get it done either this month, in November, or December. So yeah. This is a book about like an art gallery, and the artist never shows up, and so it's really just looking for her and trying to figure out what happened to her and if there is foul play. So I really don't know why I returned it. But this is a book that I really think will be 5 stars, especially since I've read already half of it, and it's fantastic. The next book I have on this list is Where the World Ends by Geraldine McCaughrean. I think that's how you say it. This is a book that I've been having my eye on for quite a while. I'm not too sure. I know this takes place on an island, I think, and it's a group of people. They're stuck there, I think. And it's like how they survive. Kind of gives me And Then There Were None and Lord of the Flies feels. So anything with those connections I'm gonna like. So I'm really excited to read this. I hope to get it for Christmas, or I may just buy it myself since my birthday is also coming up. It's just really a book that I'm very interested in. The next book that I think will be a 5-star for me is Let Me Hear a Rhyme by Tiffany D. Jackson. This book needed to be on here from the start, given when I did my 5-star predictions the first time, I had never read a Tiffany D. Jackson book. Now I have read every single Tiffany D. Jackson book except for Let Me Hear a Rhyme. It's about this group of friends who one of their best friends dies, and they start playing his music on the radio because they want his voice to be heard. Well, he gets very popular, but the issue is that he is no longer alive, and I think it's bound to have some racial conversations in them because all of Tiffany D. Jackson's books do. The next book that I think will be 5 stars is The Escape Room by Megan Golden. This is a book that I've been interested in it. I haven't read a lot about it, but I know it's about an escape room, and anything like being trapped like on an island or in a room or having to figure your way out of something, that is my type of book. It seems like it's going to be very gamey, and I do love a game in a book. It's so good. I also love movies like that, so I assume that this is going to be right up my alley. So the final book that I think will be a 5-star as of this moment is Recursion by Blake Crouch. This is a book that I also read a little bit of and then returned it to the library. Why? I don't know. This is a sci-fi. That's pretty much all I know. I've heard rave reviews about it, and this is just a book that I don't know. It sounds crazy. Apparently there's like 2 different points of views, and I only read like maybe 20 pages, so I really don't know what's going on. But it does take place between 2 timelines and 2 different perspectives. I probably talked super fast, but obviously I'm really, really excited about all 5 of these books. I really think I have it down. I really think that I'm going to do it good this time. I don't want any DNFing, and I think I mastered that list. Because I don't want to DNF books that I think are going to be 5 stars. That's so upsetting. So that is all of my 5-star predictions. I really hope to get back to you guys in a few months to update you guys on a new list. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment down below what your 5-star predictions are, and if you've read any of these books that I am predicting to be 5 stars. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.